They took the ball and they ran with it. 10 years ago, that's when Middle East GAA introduced a league and championship format with regular events across the region. It's been a huge success, with numbers growing from here in January 2015 in Al Ain before the first World Games to the likes of Bahrain, where player numbers broke through the 1,000 barrier at spectacular events supported and appreciated by royalty. And to this year in Abu Dhabi, where new records were set by both adults and juveniles at the P4ML Championships at Zayed Sports City. But behind the numbers and the winners, the key to the overall success has been the spirit of the Irish abroad.
The sociability of the whole event, the fact that there are a couple of hundred Irish people having flown in from all over the Middle East. The atmosphere here last night during the hurling was absolutely phenomenal. And then today again, despite the heat, despite the intense temperature for somebody like me, it's the whole coming together, shall we say, to play Gaelic games is what I'll take away from this. Yes, the cups are important, the medals are important. There's the whole sociability, it's the interaction of people. We're very, very good at that, coming together and helping each other, networking with each other, because we are by far the greatest community-based sport organisation in the world.
1, 2, 3.
That networking includes many non-Irish who just love joining in with their Irish work colleagues to play the games and enjoy the atmosphere.
I'm Jade and I'm from Lincolnshire.
Nora and I'm from the north of Spain.
And how on earth did you two come together to play Gaelic football in the Middle East?
Just on a whim, actually. I was just in a bar once and someone said, "Do you want to come play?" And I thought, why not?
Yeah, a co-worker for me. I'm actually a handle player, and they were just like, well, Gaelic football does have a little bit of contact, a lot of running, so why don't you give it a try? And I thought, you know what, why not? And now I can't quit. I think it's the community. So the nature of the sport, I guess the nature of the Irish is just to embrace that community. And by moving here, they've brought that spirit here, and we're just lucky that we've been able to join that community, that Irish like spirit out here.
To me, it's a really good time. Like I love basketball, I love other sports, but this is an opportunity for me to get out and and have some good fun. I haven't had that too many opportunities, so it's pretty fun to do that and get out here. And everyone always is very welcoming, and it's actually a really good time. Like everyone's always out here on the pitch. We get at each other, but then everyone off is like, hey man, let's put an arm around, and everyone's just I think ultimately what helped us there was some of our athletes to just push through, and they were able to use that athleticism to put us in a good position.
As for the Irish themselves, the power of the GAA family abroad is perfectly summed up in the unique story of a camogie player from Tipperary.
When you need someone, they're there for you. You only need to pick up the phone and Wayne McNamara is there to lend you a hand or anything like that. And I suppose I myself had a tough year this year with my cousin Dylan Quirk passing away in August from sudden adult death syndrome, and it was touch or go whether I was even going to come back out because it was so raw. But I wasn't out here only a few weeks, and I realised the family community that was out here that showed us that's great support. And once I knew I had that, and once my family at home knew that we had that support out here, like they were happy for me. They knew I was being well looked after. The guys at the start of the year got me a lovely gift with Dylan's initials and his number and a poem at the back as well, which was just something so small, but it goes so far. And like I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I had that strength in this team and that community where there's people knocking on your door all the time to check on you if you're going training, they're seeing how you are. And like that's rare if you're in Ireland, never mind if you're however many hours away on a flight, when you have that support from a group of girls and from the lads, that you know that you are supported. And I suppose that's what Abu Dhabi is to me, that you always know that there's someone there when you're at your lowest, and they're also there to celebrate when you're at your highs.
It has been crazy, it's been out of this world, but it's been fantastic. We've had almost 2,000 people here this weekend. We've had almost 120 teams, and everybody just had a fantastic time. It's been really, really great.
Those numbers are incredible, aren't they?
Absolutely incredible. It's every year, it's building, and we're trying to keep ahead of it. And that's where the challenge is trying to be up to speed with everybody that's coming into the region. It's fantastic, but with it comes a great standard of football and hurling and camogie, but also a social network, I think, and it's fantastic to see more and more people coming throughout the years.
What does it say about the success of the Middle East League after 10 years?
Middle East League, after 10 years, it started 2013 and we're now 2023. We've had huge growth over the years. It started with a handful of teams in a handful of divisions, and every year we're opening new divisions, new codes, hurling, camogie. It's incredible, and trying to keep up with it and keep ahead of it is the challenge, and that's the fun part at the minute.
And where does this sit now in terms of the World Games, which are later this year in Derry? I mean, I'm sure you've spoken to a lot of people here. And how important now do you think the World Games is in 2023, bearing in mind, providing something for these people to aim at?
Well, it's the next step up, isn't it? So you go from your regional games, you go to the World Games, you get an opportunity to play in Ireland, which is always the attraction for people. And then ultimately perhaps playing in Croke Park, and in terms of the finals. That may not happen this year, unfortunately, but that was a huge draw the last time. And it's, as I say, it's a step up from we'll say your club games to regional games to World Games in Derry.
It's going to be a terrific event, isn't it? I mean, what a place to go in the middle of the summer as well.
What a place to go in the middle of the summer is right. 4 days between the two All-Irelands. You couldn't have a better week in Ireland, could you?